Well, what's going on, family? Welcome to B Wayne Presents, sponsored by Promarketize. Don't just advertise, Promarketize. I'm your host, B Wayne. With me today is Shequita. What's up, Shequita?
Hi, how are you?
Doing very well, thank you. Doing okay?
Yeah, I'm doing good. I'm still
This
nervous.
this wet and windy week. That's okay. It's all right to be nervous. I'm gonna make you very comfortable, but there's nothing wrong with being a little nervous. It's absolutely understandable. Tell me a little bit about yourself, starting with your name, your age, and where you're located.
So my name is Shequita. I am 38. I am from Goose Creek. Born and raised downtown Charleston. So I am from the Charleston area. Um, a little bit about me. I'm not tall, but I'm not short either. So I'm like 5'6", 5'5.5".
Okay.
Um, yeah.
When's your birthday?
On December 15th.
Not that I'm into signs and stuff. I'm not, y'all. I'm not trying to, I find it fun and amusing. But is that a Sag or Capricorn?
It's a Sag. Definitely a
Sagittarius.
Sagittarius.
Okay. I find it entertaining. I'm Christian, so we're not allowed to get all up into that type of stuff, but I do find it interesting and
Mhm.
entertaining as far as the zodiac signs. Um, Shaquita, how long have you been single?
I have been officially single for a year. I am divorced. Officially divorced for a full year. Um, and I guess like last year I was officially separated for a year. So yeah, just a year.
How long were you married for?
I was married for 8 years and we were together for 15 altogether. So yeah.
Okay.
And we have two kids out of that marriage.
Okay. You got younger kids or older kids or what? Oh, you got your
They are My kids, I
yeah.
don't think they're younger or older. They might be like right in the middle. My daughter just turned 15 and my son will be 11 at the end of this month. So they're like at the cusp of being
Mm.
older to do stuff.
Those are good ages. Those are around when they really start to get interesting. Well, to me, for as a guy, speaking on behalf of men, they tend to get interested when they can start playing sports or when they can get active, they can throw and catch it. So a little bit younger than that, but before the age where you want to choke them out. So, and I guess that varies from kid to kid, but somewhere in them teen ages. But are
Yeah.
you done having kids, or would you like to have more kids one day, or are you open?
I'm very open. My situation would probably be different. Um, so I am good with the two that I have, but I mean, like if I meet someone and they want to have kids and it's within our plan too, then I'm good with it. If they're good with the kids that they have and good with the kids I have, I'm good with that too, because I like to travel and I also like to sleep. So I
I know
don't want
that's
to have to
right.
wake up.
Don't we
um,
all?
Right. And then also, I also thought about like adopting, so giving somebody else a chance to have a better life too. So that's always on the table for me too. So it just depends on the situation, the timing, the person, all that is into play with me.
Understood. So she's flexible, she's adaptable. I'm listening to your accent, and it doesn't sound like traditional Charleston accent. Are you like further out, or are you just kind of like trying to hide your accent, or you just don't have like that hard Charleston accent, that kind of geeky. You know what I'm talking about?
No, I am not hiding it. It will come out if I'm talking fast or if I'm like, I guess, a bit upset about something, but I try not to get upset about stuff. So, but if I'm talking fast, you'll hear it. Um,
Or probably if you're
I
talking to a bunch of people like family and friends that live around there, it'll probably come out more too, huh?
Probably, but like most of my family, they have it more than I do. So I born and raised downtown Charleston, yes. And then at a certain point in my life, I moved up like to like the north area and more, and I went to a high school that didn't have that hard accent. So when I spoke, you know, like they did. So I guess it just kind of traveled on with me for the rest of my life. So I mean, it comes out, but not really. I mean, I sound different than some of my family members.
Let's talk a little bit about your interests, your hobbies. What do you do? What makes you happy?
Um, One thing that makes me happy is my kids, definitely. You said the thing about sports. They do play sports, both of them. So going to their games, watching them run up and down the field or cheer or whatever they decide to do, that's one thing that makes me happy. Another thing that makes me happy is baking. I like DIY projects, home improvement projects. I like making wigs. I like being creative. Anything I can do to like mess around with my hands or try something new. That's something I like. I like eating, love
Yeah,
eating.
I like to eat too. Eating and sleeping. You checked off two of my favorite things to do, unfortunately. But yeah. Continue. Go ahead.
So I
Let me.
like, go ahead.
What's your favorite dish to bake? You say you like to bake. Are you talking about like desserts or right?
Hmm.
What's your
Dessert.
favorite? What's your favorite dessert that you bake?
So my favorite dessert, I had this lady that used to go to a church of mine. She made me chewies one time, like pecan chewies. And ever since she made those for me, I asked her how to make them and she taught me how to make them. And ever since I started making them, I love making it. So that's the
What's the
one
rest?
thing I like to make.
What's it called?
Chewies.
What is
And
that?
you just it's a bunch of sugary stuff. Um,
It's sugar. It's so how is it easy to like explain how you
mhm.
make it or what? Okay, so how do you go about making it?
So you pretty much get a stick and a half of butter. You put it in a pan, or I put it in a pot. You let it melt down. You get 3 cups of brown sugar or light brown sugar, depending on your taste. You put that inside the pot once the butter has melted down, and then you just kind of stir it until it kind of loosens up and gets all like syrupy. And then once you take that off the pot, off the heat, you put vanilla extract in it, and then you stir it. And then while all that's like melting or doing this thing on the stove, on the side you have like 3 cups of like pecans, 3 cups of self-rising flour, and also 3 eggs that's room temperature that you have already lightly beaten, and you pretty much add the eggs in after you take it off. After you add in the vanilla extract, you put in the eggs, and as soon as you add in the eggs and get that in, you immediately add the pecans and you mix that in. And once you get that in, then you add in the flour, mix it all in. It's going to be all sticky and everything. I kind of use parchment paper to like transfer it because I don't like all that stuff touching my hands. And then put it inside like a pan, a nice little 13 by 9 pan. Put it in the oven for about 25 minutes roughly, watching it. And then just like check it and make sure it's not sticking to like the butter knife or toothpick. And then you take it out, cut it up once it's cooled down and eat it. And then some
Is it that
people eat it.
comes?
Oh,
Go ahead.
sorry.
I'm sorry.
Some people eat it without powdered sugar, but my kids love it with powdered sugar. So I always do powdered sugar.
It's like what little squares, like brownies, or okay,
Hmm.
okay. I've never
Yeah,
heard of it.
but it's really good. My
What is
coworkers
it?
like it.
Can you com if is there something you could compare it to, like it's like what it tastes like, or it kind of has a
Um,
taste of its own?
I think it has a taste of its own. I mean, if it was to look like anything, it would look like a brownie, but it would look like a dry brownie. It would look
Hmm.
really dry, but it tastes really good because it's really moist and chewy in the inside. And that's why kind of how it gets its name because it's really chewy and kind of sticky in the inside.
I love it. I love it. So cooking is one of your love languages then?
Yes, more baking
Or
than cooking,
baking. I got you. Okay.
but I can cook, but I like to bake more.
What are some other things that you're interested in or passionate about?
Wigs. I like wearing wigs. Even though I have hair, I try to tell people this all the time. I have hair. I just don't like waking up early in the morning to do my hair because I'm natural. But I like wigs. I like being like just creating a different person, being a different person for just a few hours or a day. I like making them. I like changing the ones that I buy. Um, I like
Wait, so
going.
you make wigs? Did you
Mm-hmm.
say you make wigs? I have never heard anybody say that they make. You're a wig maker.
Well,
Do
not
you
like
have like
officially, but I have started to like try, not even try, but most of the pictures that I post of myself, I've made the wigs that I'm wearing.
that is wild. Like I don't know where I've been, but I've never heard a woman like, yeah, I make wigs from time to time. Like I've never heard that before. I wouldn't
Yeah.
even know. That's very interesting. Is that something that you want to like do as like a business or a side hustle, or you just do it for yourself for your edification?
Yeah, I just do it for myself. I just
Okay.
like changing up my look. And it's something that I like doing. I mean, my grandmother, my great grandmother, all of them could sew. And granted, I do know how to, touch up a little thing here or there, like a patch or whatever. But sewing is not my thing. But I will sew a wig like with my hand. I won't use like a sewing machine. Like the pros, I like doing it by
Hmm.
hand, and that's something that calms me and keeps me like grounded. So that's just something I do for myself, something that I
I
like
love it.
doing. I mean, I will make it for a couple of friends of mine if they need one, but not something I want
You
to
think
do like
you
professionally.
you think you can make me one? You give me something to help style me up a little bit. You make wigs for men too? Nah, I'm good. I got that easy. I got that easy access. I got that get up and go right here. Um, so you're gonna have these various personas and personalities and these different wigs and whatnot. Now, who is the lucky gentleman that's going to get to enjoy these various personalities that you have throughout the day? Who is your ideal guy?
um, I don't want to say I have like a exact ideal guy, only because of the fact that I thought I had an ideal guy and it didn't work out. So I would say I'm looking for someone that's just mature, someone that is protective, someone that is nurturing, that's understanding, that can communicate. That's more the person I'm looking for, not like an ideal person. I do want someone that's good looking, someone that's tall or taller than me. I don't want to say that's tall, but taller than I am. Um, but yeah, I don't want to say I have an ideal person because sometimes that doesn't always work out.
Now you said you were how tall? I want to say what you said. What'd you tell me? You said you were like five
Like,
six.
yeah, like 5'6".
Okay, so it shouldn't be too hard to be taller than you, right? Does he
Right.
have to be?
Well,
He don't
unless
have to be
I'm
like
wearing
six.
heels.
He don't have to be like 6'5". Like, see, I get tired of women being like 5'2" and wanting they dude to be 6'5". Like, y'all, it's getting out of hand. Like, can he be 5'10", 5'11", six
Yeah.
feet ish? Okay.
Yeah. Definitely like if I'm wearing heels, I want to be able to if I can look at them while I'm wearing the heels, it's fine. I just don't want to like look down at
I get
them.
it. I respect that. But I just feel like there's women running around out here that's like 6 feet, 6'2",
Mhm.
6'3", and y'all don't want to save none of the tall dudes for them. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I
what
am
about the
saving
women
some for them.
6 feet plus? Do they have to date shorter guys? Can they not have the tall guys? Or
Yeah, and but at the same time, I feel like those tall guys don't always want those tall girls because they're tall. Some
you're
of
right.
them, not all of them, some of them. They
You're
don't
right.
want them because they're tall. They want the short ones
Yeah. I
or
I
shorter
I
ones.
I've dated all types, but I do love shorter women for whatever reason. I don't know.
See?
Now I'll date. I don't have a I don't that doesn't mean I won't date a taller woman. I'll date a taller woman, But if I have to be honest about my preference, probably because I've always dated shorter chicks. Like that's it's still a preference. So I don't knock it, but I do love it when taller women, I'm sorry, when shorter women are willing to date taller guys. Because I'm 6'1", so like I guess I'm average height, right around average height. But it's like you see these women be like 4'11", and the dude's got to be 6'6", and I'm just like, you know what? Stop that. Um, Dating in modern times, right?
Hmm.
In in Charleston, in Goose Creek, from what you've seen on social media, friends you've talked to, what are your perceptions? What's your perspective on the dating climate currently?
Well, since I'm just like really starting to get out there, because I used like the first year to like just work on myself and like get my mental, physical, all that stuff back together. Um, I don't really like it. Um, it's just weird a little bit that like guys will say one thing and then do another. Like they say that they want someone that they can go hang out with, or like they want to talk more, text less, and then they do totally the opposite. All they do is text you and then they don't call. It's just really weird sometimes. Like I just don't understand them. So, and then with me being like so blunt, I guess, yeah, me being so blunt, um, it just doesn't work out all the time.
I like talking on the phone. I'm gonna tell them straight up. I tell them from the very beginning, I don't like talking on the phone. Now that being said, I'm an introvert, even though nobody believes that. You'll believe it when I'm isolated in my place for 3 days without going out, and I'm completely happy. You believe it then, but I I have to. I don't like small talk. I don't like really talking on the phone, but I do understand that you do have to talk on the phone when you're getting to know somebody. So um, I understand that can be frustrating. What are some of the other issues, irritations that you've come across since you started dating? And I know you're new at it. How long have you been back on the
Mhm.
market?
Um, so I talked to my kids about it in December, and I guess I just really started in January. So just like the first 2, 3 months.
Okay. So have there been any other like major like, oh my God, what is this like? Or it's just like more than anything else, just kind of frustrating, irritating.
It's not really irritating. I don't let things really irritate me like that because I mean, if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. You missed out on me. So, and
Amen.
I'm very and I'm very confident in myself, very, very confident in myself. So like if you missed out, you missed out. But I just find just like the contradiction of what guys say online versus what they do in person. I think that's like my biggest thing with them. Um, I did try online. It's not for me. So the only thing that I am doing right now is like the Facebook dating thing. And I mean, I do that like very, very little, very little. Um, and I mean, I'm just taking my time. So I
Why
don't
do you
really get,
think, go ahead, what you don't really
I say I just don't really get irritated.
good. Why do you think that we're in is it there was a time when and you're younger than me. I got like 10 years on you, but I remember it used to be a thing to, go to the grocery store, the gas station, wherever, not the club, not, but like not church, but I mean like just out and about in public. You see a young lady you're attracted to, you walk up and initiate a conversation. But it feels like we've gotten away from that. Why do you think that is?
Um, I would say one, because times have changed a lot. Women are more independent. They don't depend on men as much as they used to. And so men don't always want to walk up to the female because they feel intimidated sometimes. And then when they do feel intimidated, they don't want to, like show it or express it, or they express it in a different way or a negative way. So I think that's one reason why. Um, I will say that's probably one of the reasons why I probably don't date a lot or I keep it very seldom is because I am, you know, even though I am divorced, I do have my own place that I purchased, and I'm not renting. And so that is something that's going to be triggering to some men that might want to talk to me, and they find out that I'm owning something. They're going to figure out like, what do she need me for, kind of thing. Like that's something that's going to play in their head. So I feel like I feel like that plays a key in it. Um, Even though the girls on the other end think, like on my side, even though I do, have all this stuff, I don't need a guy, but I also need a guy. Is I mean, it's a double-edged sword for myself. So I don't know. I hope I answered that correct or to
I'm
the best
I'm
of my
I'm here.
ability.
I'm hearing that a lot more and more here lately. And it's been a narrative for a while, for some years, like that men are intimidated by women or men want to be needed. And I guess with women becoming more self-sufficient, it makes
Mm-hmm.
a man feel like he's not necessary. But Neo made a song called Independent Woman, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, my pushback is I think it's a plus for a woman to not need you because you got a lot of men, making the statement or the belief, the fear, the concern is that a woman will get with them for their money, right? Or for their materials. And so when you have a woman that doesn't need you for that, is that not a benefit or a positive because she doesn't need you, she wants you. So you don't have to concern yourself as much with a woman, you know, valuing you for anything other than who you are as opposed to what you have. So what would you say to that?
Mm-hmm.
Is that not a benefit that
It
you
is a
don't
benefit. Sorry, it is a
go?
benefit, but I think that guys want us to want them for their money, even though they kind of don't want us to want them for their money publicly. Um, I
Wow.
personally, I personally don't want you for your money. I want you for the person that you are. I want to talk to you for you making me laugh. I want to talk to you for you being there when I need you. If I'm having a bad day, if my car breaks down and I call you and I'm like, what the heck do I do? Like, I don't know nothing about cars. Like, help me. And you come and help me take care of all the stuff I need to take care of with my car. Like, that's important to me. If I'm, like, if I'm about to go out on a trip and I'm stressing or whatever the case may be, like you think of like the little things to help me make my life easier. You want to do something for me and not put money value on it. That's somebody that I want. I want you to want me. I don't want you to think that I want you for your money because number one fact, I don't want you for your money because I already have a job. I already make money. I already have my own stuff. That's not why. If you add into that, it's a plus, and I'm grateful for it, and that's it. But I don't want you for your money. I want you for you because that's why I'm talking to you because I was attracted to you, not your money.
You think that's game? Guys run around acting like, yeah, I don't want to, women are gold diggers and I don't want a woman that wants me for my money. When deep down, you're saying that men tend to define their manhood in a lot of ways by what they have, their materials, and they do want to be recognized and to a degree wanted for what they have, either intentionally or subliminally. Is that what you're saying?
I would say that, but I will also say that some men are gold diggers too, because as much as they say that they don't want to talk to a girl because all they want is the money, some guys only talk to girls because they have money and they have a certain title or a certain stature about them. Like guys do the same thing. So,
Mm, interesting. Interesting. Deal breakers. What are you
deal.
not interested in? What are you opposed to? What must they have or what must they not come with?
Um, Number one deal breaker is someone that don't like kids. I mean, You can't talk to me if you don't like kids because my kids are always going to be there. Even if they leave and go get married, they're still going to come back and check on me and visit or whatever the case may be. My kids are always going to be there. So, someone that doesn't like kids, that's a no go for me. Someone that's a smoker, I don't do smokers. No weed smoke, no cigarette smoke, no vape smoke. It's smoke. I don't do it because I can't stand the smell. And no judgment to them. Yes.
Cigars. What about cigars?
Mm,
And
somebody
see,
else
that's
asked me
why
about that too.
that's why I
Somebody else
asked
asked me
because
about that too.
a lot of women find cigars to be an acceptable form of smoking, even though they won't deal with any
And
other smoke. So,
technically, that's not even smoking because they're not inhaling it.
hmm
They're just, puffing. They get the taste and then
hmm
they blow it out. They don't inhale the cigar smoke. Um, so I need to think about that one. I'm gonna think about that one because I
okay.
really didn't. Somebody else asked me about that, but I kind of pushed it away. Um, but
So
cigarette
that's probably
smoke,
going to be
weed
case
smoke,
by case basis for guys that entertain cigars. That's going to be case by case probably for you. It's not an automatic no,
probably.
not an automatic yes. You just have to kind of see how that goes. Okay, okay,
Yeah, probably.
okay.
Not opposed to it right now. Um, Another deal breaker, I guess, is someone that doesn't have some kind of spiritual background. I mean, I do go to church. I do believe in God. Like like I do things in the church. So I mean, you don't have to go to church every Sunday. I mean, granted, I go to church every Sunday, but I don't pass judgment on nobody. But something, gotta have something. You
So
gotta
just
believe.
go ahead. I'm sorry that you have to believe.
No, you have to believe in God, a spiritual, that spiritual person, being. I hope I said that right. Um, but yeah, so yeah, I
And
think
to be
those are my
clear, to be clear, just so there's no misunderstanding, you talking about Jesus, not
Jesus
like
Christ.
I'm one with the universe or like anything, chakras and all of that and crystals. And you're talking about Jesus
Yeah, I
Christ.
don't.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
they
we're
need to
talking
be
about Jesus
Christian.
Christ.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay, okay.
I don't do
What
like
else?
that whole like witch thing.
Nah.
I don't do that.
What else?
Um,
That it? That
that's
you can think
probably
of at
it.
the top
I
of your head?
mean, yeah, I'm pretty, laid back. Like, I mean, I'm really a homebody. I like going out to festivals and stuff like that, and I come right back home. I mean, I go to work, come right back home. Go do stuff with my kids, come right back home. I'm like really chill. I like to laugh. I like to have fun. I like to hang out with my friends, my family, and then I come back home in my sanctuary and chill. And I mean, I'm pretty easygoing.
We're going to the
So, I mean,
club, we're going to to the strip club, going to the dance club, or you're not gonna be found in no clubs round
probably won't
about
find me in the
the
clubs, but I do have a funny thing I like to do. It's not even a thing I like to do, but I do go to like this one like bar. It is a bar, but I don't even drink. So I go and I get a ginger ale and I just sit there and I watch sports. I do like sports. I do like sports. I sit there and I just
ah.
watch sports.
What kind of sports do you like?
Um, I'm not opposed to any sports really. I can watch football on TV. I Everything else I really like to be in person to watch it. Like
Hmm.
basketball, I really have to be in person to watch it. I can't watch that on TV. Soccer in person to watch it, tennis in person, hockey in person. Um, I'm missing a sport that I'm thinking of, and I
You like
can't think of
all
it.
sports, boxing, UFC.
Yeah, yeah, I watch all sports. I'm not opposed to it.
That's pretty cool. You got
Yeah,
a
so I
favorite
do like sports.
ball? You got who are your favorite sports teams? Basketball,
So I
football, whatever.
Basketball, I don't have a favorite team. I just watch them all. Um, I will say for college, I do watch the girls. every so often because my kids like the girls USC team, the Gamecocks. They do like my kids like them, so I do watch them sometimes just to keep up, and so I know what to say when I talk to my kids. Football. I don't have a college team. I kind of just split it in the middle because my daughter likes Clemson, my son likes Georgia, so I kind of just, watch both, of course. For football, NFL, my team is the Steelers. I like the Steelers. I've been a Steelers fan since I was in school. Um, oh, sorry, my sister can tell me. Um, so that's probably something that's not going to change. Um,
So you're a real fan. You're a true Steelers fan.
yes, I don't have like a bunch of apparel like everybody else. I don't have
All
like
right.
all that
So
stuff, but I do have a jacket
who,
that I
who's
still have.
which quarterback are y'all going to keep? Which quarterback do you want to keep? See, I'm gonna ask you a
I
test question.
I like the new guy that they had, Pickens. I think his name was. I think he whoever was that before Russell started playing. He was like the guy that was throwing the ball like the first couple of games. I had like him. He was
Oh,
pretty good.
oh, close. Kenny Pickett. Kenny Pickett.
Oh,
I
Pickett.
thought y'all. I want to say
Oh,
y'all got rid of Kenny Pickett.
I didn't think we did,
Is he on the bench? He might be on the bench.
but I thought he was pretty good. And they
I'm
did
not
win a
sure.
couple of games with him.
Okay. Well, between Russell Wilson and Justin Fields, who do you like, or you don't like either?
Mm, I mean, either one of them is fine. I mean, I'm not like the, I don't really
Who's y'all?
like,
Who's y'all coach? What's the name of y'all coach?
oh, Mike Tomlin.
All right. Okay. Okay. Well done. Well done. Who's your favorite basketball player? You got a favorite basketball player?
um, no, I don't have a favorite basketball.
Between Team Jordan or Team LeBron, who you got?
Um, Probably LeBron.
That's what's up. I
And
respect it. Okay. So you said you don't drink, you don't smoke, you don't allow for smokers. Do you allow for drinkers?
yes, they can drink. I'm not going to judge them. That's you. I just don't do it. And I will say I used to drink like a couple of years ago. I just stopped doing it personally. That's something that I chose to stop doing. So that's why I'm like, you do it, that's you. Also smoking. I used to do all that stuff back in the day. So I mean, it's no judgment to them. It's just something that I just don't want around me because
Nothing
it's
wrong
just
with that.
something I just don't do anymore. So the
You are
smoking
allowed to
thing is
change. Evolution
right.
has to occur. You are allowed to change. Last thing, Shaquita, and I'm gonna get you out of here. If there was one thing that you would want people to know about you, a potential suitor, people in general, like your last words, something, that you value or the most important thing to you, if you had to summarize it, what would it be?
I would say to know me is to love me. To know me is to like me. You would have to get to know me in order to really truly like me and know me. Like you can't just look at the cover and just assume something about a person. You have to get to know that person. So before you even think about casting any kind of judgment on who I am or what I'm about, talk to me and get to know me as a person first.
You heard her. If you want to get to know her, go ahead and contact or communicate with her in the comments. If you would like to send Shaquita a direct message, you can send it through me at bwaynepresents at gmail.com. Make sure it's a respectful message. We don't tolerate disrespect. Any last words?
No. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for allowing me to have you. Take care.
You too.